Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new relaunched NWA Powerrr on Reels. We have finally put NWA Powerrr back on the air, and we are ready to bring you 4 amazing tapings of this first set of shows. So without further ado, we will get straight into our first episode of the relaunched NWA Powerrr. So the new relaunched NWA Powerrr kicks off with Rob Van Dam and Colby Corino in the ring. Colby said he's done more than enough to prove that he belongs in the main event here at the NWA, and he's not going to stop until he's beat Bishop Dyer. So after Goes Extreme in the 2300 arena, Colby Corino did lose to Bishop Dyer, but it was Matt Lee that took the pinfall. So Colby Corino wants Bishop Dyer one-on-one. Our first match of the new relaunched NWA Powerrr sees the Disciples of Sin of Silas Mason, Max the Impaler and Vic defeat the team of Birchall, Mike Seidel and Dylan McKay. Again, a really good 48 rated match here. Max the Impaler getting a 52, Silas Mason getting a 44, Vic and Mike Seidel getting 39s, Birchall a 32 and McKay a 35. A good, strong match to open up NWA Powerrr, again showing that Silas Mason is now a member of the Disciples of Sin. In our next match, we carry on with the EC3 Open Challenge as he defeats Bestia in just over 7 minutes with the 1%er. He did compete for the NWA World Television Championship at Goes Extreme, but he did lose in the 4-way match to Trevor Murdoch, which also included Spencer Slade and the former champion Mike Mondos, who's trying to get his momentum back up to get towards the World Television Championship once again. In our next segment, we see Kenzie Page backstage. She's celebrating the fact that she retained her title at Goes Extreme against Sakazaki, until Natalia Markova comes up to confront her. She says she wants another shot. She's been building momentum recently, and she wants one more shot against Kenzie Page. We'll have to see if Kenzie does in fact accept this challenge. We then have Matt Lee. He's also backstage. He says he wants Corino again, but he wants the winner to go to face Bishop Dyer one-on-one. He doesn't care who else joins the match. There could be 6 men, 8 men, 10 men. As long as Colby Corino is in this match, he wants to get his hands on him, and he'll win to go face Bishop Dyer one-on-one. And then in our main event match of this first episode of NWA Powerrr, the team of High Five defeat Emi Sakura and Mei Suruga for the NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships. Gets a 51 rating, which is a very solid rating. Suruga getting a 54, the same as Catanzaro. Sakura getting a 58, but Lacey Lane only getting a 41 and being the weak link in the match. But it does get a good 51 rating and a good defense, a third defense for the World Women's Tag Team Champions. But the show is not over yet as Bishop Dyer comes out to the ring. He tells the NWA roster to step up. He's sick of beating the same people over and over again. It's Corino, it's Lee. He doesn't care who is coming out next. He wants anyone new to come and face him. So he's put out an open challenge for the NWA roster for anyone to come and step up to him. So this first episode of Powerrr gets a rating of 52. It does increase our popularity in 31 regions. Is a strong way to open up our tapings of NWA Powerrr. So we start the second episode of NWA Powerrr with Colby Corino backstage. He's saying that he accepts Matt Lee's challenge for whoever wants to come and face them in 2 weeks' time. But then suddenly Lee appears behind him and he attacks him. He continues to beat him down with a chair before RVD can come and make the save. This equals out to a good 68 rated segment and a very good way to start the show. Next we see Kenzie Page. She's backstage as well. She says that she's accepting Markova's challenge, but this time will be the last time Markova gets a shot whilst Kenzie is champion. So if Markova is to lose, she'll never be able to compete for the NWA World Women's Championship again whilst Kenzie Page is champion. In our first match of the night, the Southern Six of Alex Taylor and Kerry Morton defeat Carson Drake and Jay Bradley when Taylor pins Jay Bradley. Again, it does get a 41 rating, which is a decent rating considering who's in the match, but a good way to build up momentum for the Southern Six after the loss of Silas Mason. In our next segment, we have EC3's once again holding his open challenge. He wants anybody to come out and face him. But then Spencer Slade comes from the crowd and attacks from behind. He leaves EC3 laying and says that he will be holding the open challenges from now on after he's taken EC3 out. In our next match, Oliver Carter does defeat Bestia in just over 8 minutes with the instant kill. Again, a good way to get Oliver Carter some momentum, leading to his big match with Max the Impaler. And in our main event of the evening, Bishop Dyer, his challenge is answered by the former World Junior Heavyweight Champion TJP, and Bishop Dyer does manage to defeat TJP after interference from the current World Junior Heavyweight Champion in Ortiz. This is Bishop Dyer's 5th defense of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and it is a very good match, getting a 65 rating. Before the show goes off the air, Matt Lee sprints down to the ring towards Dyer. He has the chair in his hand again, but then he stops once he reaches the apron. He says that he could have taken Dyer out, but he wants to make sure Dyer sees him before he then beats him and takes the NWA World Heavyweight Championship away from him. So we'll finish this second taping of NWA Powerrr and see what rating we got. So this episode does get a lot better with a 59. It's a really good episode of NWA Powerrr, so a good main event and a good final segment. But I'll see you in the third episode of NWA Powerrr. Colby opens up the show by saying he's been with Mark Henry and he's got a 6-person tag team match set up for tonight. It will be Colby, TJP and Oliver Carter against Bishop Dyer, Ortiz and Max the Impaler, and that will be your main event for this third taping. The first match of the night sees Spencer Slade hold his first open challenge as he defeats Mims. Again, a good match of 47, probably one of the best matches Mims has been in. Spencer Slade getting a 46, Mims getting a 27. A good first open challenge from Spencer Slade. We then go backstage to see the Southern Six of Alex Taylor and Kerry Morton. They're demanding they want revenge on Silas. Henry says they can get it at NWA Paranoia as they'll face Silas and Vic for the NWA United States Tag Team Championships. In our next match of the night, Kenzie Page defeats Natalia Markova in a street fight. The match means that Kenzie Page has made her 35th defense of the NWA World Women's Championship, and it does mean that Natalia Markova cannot challenge for the NWA World Women's Championship again whilst Kenzie Page is champion. After the match, Kenzie is gloating about her win when Kylie Page storms the ring. Kenzie Page flees from the ring with her belt, but Kenzie is on Kylie's target. She wants her own sister and she wants to take the NWA World Women's Championship away from her. We then go backstage again. Oliver Carter is warming up for the main event when Matt Lee comes in to his locker room. He sneaks behind him and he beats him with a steel chair. He beats him down until he is left bloody on the floor of his own locker room. So we'll see if Oliver Carter is able to compete in tonight's main event. And as you can see, due to the attack by Matt Lee, Oliver Carter is unable to compete in tonight's main event. So it is now a handicap match as Colby Carino and TJP cannot fight against the odds as Bishop Dyer and Max the Impaler and Ortiz do defeat them. It's a really good 65 rating and an excellent way to finish the show. But Matt Lee is causing problems once again. He's attacked Colby Carino last week. He has attacked Oliver Carter this week. He still has that challenge out for next week to see if anyone wants to challenge him and Carino to get a shot at Bishop Dyer. And we'll see that in our third episode. We have a look at what rating this episode got. This does get a 56 rating, which is, again, really good. It's our second best show of these tapings so far. But I'll see you in our third and final taping. So to open up the final taping for this first section of NWA Powerrr, Bishop Dyer says he can't wait for later on tonight, where all his challengers tear themselves apart just to get a shot at him. This then leads to our first match of the night, as Trevor Murdoch makes his first defence of the NWA World Television Championship as he defeats the newest member of the NWA roster, BK Westbrook. BK Westbrook has officially joined the NWA roster and is a member of the Diamonds in the Rough, along with Jeremiah Plunkett and Spencer Slade. Speaking of the NWA World Television Championship, Mike Mondo, the former champion, is shown arriving in the arena earlier in the day. He says he's going to get what he wants because he's taking it tonight. After this, we have our defense of the NWA World Tag Team Championships as Bojack and Marsh Rockette defeat the Slimeballs. This match was advertised for a very long time ago, back at Looks That Kill, but the Slimeballs got the wrong date. So they finally have their match, their shot at the NWA World Tag Team Championships, but they do lose to Bojack and Marsh Rockette. After this, we see Mark Henry in the ring with both Kenzie and Kylie Page. He oversees quite a surprisingly peaceful contract signing between both Kenzie and Kylie for their upcoming match at NWA Powerrr. So they are going to face off for the NWA World Women's Championship. So we'll see which sister is the better. We'll then go to Spencer Slade. He said he's already sick of the open challenges. He's already get rid of EC3, so he doesn't need to do them anymore. He wants a new challenge. So at NWA Powerrr, he challenges Tetsuya Naito to a match. The former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Spencer Slade, wants to prove that he is one of the best by beating one of the best. And in our main event, it was a 5-way for a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. That is won by Hiromu Takahashi. The former NWA World Tag Team Champion has beaten Matt Lee, Colby Corino, Oliver Carter and Max the Impaler to earn his shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. During the match though, there is something very notable as we saw Mike Mondo come in and attack Colby Corino. So Mike Mondo early in the night said he's going to come and take what he wants. And apparently what he wanted was Colby Corino. So it's not just Matt Lee that's gunning for Corino. So we'll see how this transpires at NWA Powerrr. But we'll finish this show to see what rating we got. So this gets a 55. Again, increasing popularity in 31 regions. A really good way to finish these tapings, which are in the Melrose Ballroom. A sold out Melrose Ballroom in New York City. So we'll finish the show to see what popularity gains we got, see how much money we lost, because I imagine we did lose quite a bit of money on this, and then we'll see what is coming up next. So our financial report, we'll have a look. We did lose $16,000 on this show. Again, ticket sales weren't amazingly high. We've only got one set of broadcast revenue so far. Worker costs are obviously very high. We did do 4 tapings at once, but I'm sure we'll recoup all of this money through broadcast revenue and through sponsorships, and we usually make money on our events as well. But we'll look at our popularity recap, see how much we have gained. So we have gained a huge amount in very many areas. Again, you can see we've went up to around 42 in a huge amount of America. We've gone up to 34 in a lot of other different regions, at least 2 popularity points in most of these different regions. We went up 2 popularity points in most of Canada as well, or most of Mexico as well, except for Centro. We've went up at least 1 or 2 popularity points in all of England, and at least 1 or 2 popularity points in all of Japan as well. So a huge amount of growth just from these 4 tapings of NWA Powerrr. But now I'll see you back at the office area, and we'll go to our next show. We'll see what our next show is, which is NWA Powerrr. So here we are back at the office area. Again, it doesn't look like there's many news articles at all, if I'm honest. So we'll have a look at our emails. Again, Mike Mondo's contract's ending. We will need to sign that. And the Powerrr figures got around 72,000 views, which is a huge amount of viewers for our first episode on Reels. Again, we are on a few YouTube channels as well, just trying to get our popularity up. But the main area we are on is Reels. So we'll have a look about what our next show is going to be and when it is, which is NWA Paranoia. So NWA Paranoia will be in 24 days. So it will be, I believe, on the final Sunday or Saturday of the month. That's how it will be from now on. We'll do our tapings of NWA Powerrr. This will then lead to our big event at the end of each month. There may be one or two events, one being our main event and the other being probably a lesser event or quite a throwaway event just for certain things. I do have a few things planned for the future. But at the moment, our next event will be NWA Paranoia. So thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, make sure to like, subscribe, comment any wrestlers you do want to see in the series. Also comment if you enjoyed this style of putting out all 4 tapings at once, or if you'd prefer me to do just one taping at a time in a shorter style video. But I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you at NWA Paranoia.